I was just looking in the mirror. Do you see my hair today? There's waves everywhere. This is like a barrel of a wave. Actually, real quick, Lucas, editor, throw the surfing emoji guy right here in this barrel of a wave on my face right now. Let's have him surf. That's a weird intro. What's going on, guys? My name is Chris Howe. In today's video, we'll be exploring a new tool that just got introduced in the latest update of Lightroom that is game-changing for portraits. So if you guys want to follow along during this tutorial, the raw files and the presets that we're working with are in the links below. So Adobe, thank you very much for sponsoring this video. And by the way, I custom made all those presets for indoor portraits. As a gift to you guys, Adobe, Chris Howe, together, gifts. You, now into the computer. So now we're in Lightroom. So I've preloaded our session with a bunch of different indoor portraits. Again, you guys can download these in the links below to follow along. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna select this photo here because I think it's gonna best demonstrate the power of the tool that I wanna talk about. Now, let's get this photo looking a little bit better than just our raw format. So let's straighten this out. I'm gonna use a preset. I'm a big fan of presets, by the way, because I think it really helps speed up your workflow. So we're gonna go with this one right here, which I actually created previously so that we can get a look that we're happy with. Warm Moroccan Dreams works really well with Chris Howe standing in a warm Moroccan room. Also that hair, whoo! She's sitting on a horse or something like that. That's what should have been there. A horse is missing from this photo. A white horse, me standing on it, that hair. One of the things I struggle with in terms of my workflow when editing portrait photos is that when I'm working off of presets, a lot of the times the skin tone just isn't like ideal or isn't dialed in the way that I really want. Sometimes your skin tone can be like too green, you look kind of sick, or your skin can look too purple and you look too much like a Smurf or like an Oompa Loompa or something like that. And something, you don't know what it is, but it just looks off. You're like, is he sick? Is he going through something right now? And what you wanna do is you wanna bring that skin tone back to something that looks more natural. So typically what people would do to do that, once you've selected a preset that you're happy with, you'd go into the HSL slider, you'd select this targeting tool over here, and you'd pick the skin tone and you'd start like moving it around to like dial in the skin tone. But what you can see in this photo is that it's manipulating all the colors. My skin tone is similar to the color of the wall. So now the wall is becoming slightly more purple or it's becoming slightly more green, and we don't want that. Let's say, for interest's sake, that for this photo, you're like, actually, I really want the wall to be like a bit more purple. So you go to the wall and you make it really purple. As you can see, Chris Howe looks like he went out and spent too much time in the sun and is super burnt. How do we fix that? Well, there's a new feature built into the brush tool in Lightroom called a Localized hue slider, and this thing is so powerful. So let's open this up. The hotkey for the brush tool is B, and if you go down here, you will see this hue section right here with a little checkbox that says use fine adjustment, which is really good when you're editing portraits. So what you can see is if we mask my face right here, little hotkey to see what your masking is doing is if you press O, you can see where you're actually painting in your mask. Now, if you actually go to the top and you drop down, there's a little checkbox here called auto mask, which is very powerful. So you can see that right now, it's just auto masking my skin and not my eyes. So let's draw in everything that is my hair and skin right now. The auto mask is doing a really good job. And that's our mask right now. So let's press O again. And let's start using the hue slider to dial in a more natural looking skin tone. So obviously that purple is not looking good, so we have to go the opposite way to balance and combat this. And let's start bringing in a more natural looking skin tone. So as you can see, if you compare my skin tone right now on my face to my hands, drastically different. My hands are very red, but my face is more of like this olive color. So let's mask in the hands there, make it look a little bit more natural, and let's just fine tune that. Once you find the hue that you're happy with, sometimes it can still look a little too saturated. You can just dial back the saturation a little bit, and that's looking drastically better. And now you have that red that you want in the wall, but the skin tone looks more natural because of the localized hue slider, which is just so game changing. You don't have to just use it for skin tone. You can use it in other parts of your image. Let's say you're like, oh, this plant over here, I wish it was like a little bit more green. So let's make a new brush. Let's paint this in and let's make this green a bit deeper. So let's press O again, auto mask. And for interest's sake, let's just change the color of this with the localized hue slider. And again, now we can make that like a more bluish kind of green. And then again, we can drop the saturation down. And now you can start fine tuning localized parts of your image and the hue that you want. All right, let's just finish up this portrait here. Make sure that we have something that we're really, really happy with. So I'm just gonna go in and use the brush tool again to clean up some of the texture on my face and just soften it up and brighten my eyes. So you guys will just see a little speed edit here and we'll get our final look. All right, so this is our before and this is our after. Very stylized, very unique looking image. Again, you can play around with these specific colors that you're looking for, but that's an image that creatively, I'm really, really happy with. All right, so that's how you would edit your photo in Adobe Lightroom on your desktop. Now, the nice thing about the latest version of Lightroom is that it syncs between all your devices. So if you're working off of your iPad or if you're working off of your phone, it has the new built-in localized hue slider, which is awesome. So if you guys want to like work off your desktop and then you're like, oh, I'll work on this later on my iPad, everything syncs seamlessly. I love that. Adobe, thanks for making great products. And also, thank you for sponsoring this video. Again, those presets that we created and that we were using in this video, in addition to those raw files, are available in the links below. If you guys enjoyed this video and saw some value in it, please press like. That stuff actually makes a difference. Subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for future videos. And as we always do on this channel, an ASMR outro. Thank you everybody for watching this video. I appreciate you immensely. Do you want to hear the sound of my hair? If you guys like this video, please press like. It actually makes a difference. Subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for future videos. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. I love you. Bye.